4-star, and this will be Kablam. Showman. Alright, I'll take it. Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, today we'll be focusing on the underground evil castle, the first 5 floors. Alright, so we're gonna do it in the interval of 5 floors each. So hopefully I will continue making guides for you guys all the way till the end. Alright, so today we'll be focusing on floor 1 to floor 5. Now, I know underground evil castle is no easy feat. It's not for beginners. If you're new to the game, this is not your focus. Alright, you should be focusing elsewhere. Everywhere else except for this particular game mode. Alright, but if you wish to challenge yourself, go ahead, be my guest. It's not going to be easy, especially on the first 5 floors. Alright, it gets better later on, but it's very specific for the first 5 floors. Okay, so let's jump into the first floor for underground evil castle 1. Okay, so notice that the enemies are very strong. So first floor, you have all of these evil castle's silvery gatekeeper. Alright, and then we have these devil pawns. So the devil's pawn are the weak ones, and then you have all of these other units are the strong ones. So this boss right here, he has 100% defense. Okay, basically all of them has 100% defense. If you notice, 100% defense. So the only way to reduce their defense is every time you hit them, it reduces their defense by 20%. So it's a big help to have multi-hit units. So every time you hit them, their defense reduced by 20%, and do keep in mind they deal insane amount of damage as well. So fixed additional damage. So that's going to be very hard to try to block. So you have to use a tanky unit, something like Cowley, Benshina, something along those lines. Alright, so first floor, so we're going to focus on using 2 supporters. So I've decided that the best one would be a Raphithia alongside with Serendia. So I'm going to tell you guys why shortly. So Raphithia is, I feel like you can replace her, but then it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really tight. And we're going to use Serendia right here. The reason why is because if you use Raphithia alone and you try to bring in Christina, you will lack the damage. I've tried that before. Raphithia plus 15 is not enough. So you sort of need to substitute another supporter in there. So we're going to bring in Christina at number 3. Okay, so this boss is going to come and hit front. Alright, so we're going to block that with a Cecilia. Something like a Cecilia here. And then besides Christina, we're going to try to bring in Dr. Morgan as well. So Dr. Morgan will be a big help because again, multi-hit. And then I would highly recommend Benshina on this stage. So the reason why Benshina is because passive taunt, whenever you have, you eliminate an enemy, so you will be able to deal the damage to her. So something like this should be able to work. So yeah, turn order as well. So we're gonna place, so 1, 2, make sure Dr. Morgan and whatever her name is, Christina, they both need to be in the double buff range from Raphithia and from Serendia. So let's go, let's give this a shot. I'm going to show you guys. So this guy will come in and hit Cecilia. So Raphithia buff, Serendia buff. So Christina's going to go in, hit the boss, and she will be able to kill because double buff. So if your Christina lacks the damage, make sure you are running good runes on her. So now we have the, what do you want to call this, co-op attack. Okay, so from this point onwards, it's just all of these guys. So remember, they need to be hit to be able to reduce their defense. Okay, Serendia got hit 1 time, 2 times, no problem. Okay, so from this point onwards, we're gonna send in Christina again. And then we're gonna go with Dr. Morgan. And Benshina will take care of that dude. And just one last guy from this point onwards. And that's how I do it. Alright, so this first floor is doable, co-op. So Christina, definitely, it's quite hard to replace Christina, that's the problem. Because she has 5 hits, multi-hit. Like if you want to replace her, I can't think of anyone else. Because Nia is the closest thing, 4 hits though, but she hits front. Like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like she's a must. And it's definitely not easy. That's why like I mentioned earlier before we start off with this video, if you are new, this is not like a game mode that you should be focusing on. Alright, so moving on to the second floor. Okay, so now this gets interesting. Second floor, this is the real challenge right here. And unfortunately, we can't use like Dr. Morgan anymore. The same strategy will not work. Because I've tried it countless amount of times, without using Nartas, that is, you will lack the number of turns. Alright, so if you don't have Nartas, 30 turns is really not enough, because all the enemies, there are like, let's see, 10 enemies on the map. So each of them move, you are left with 20 turns, and round 2 they will move again. So if you don't eliminate them fast, you're gonna be in big trouble, you're gonna struggle. So I would recommend, highly recommend switching up certain things. So one thing to note is we're gonna replace Dr. Morgan with Olivia. So why Livia? Alright, I'm gonna explain again. So these guys in the front, all of them has 100% defense. Okay, so all of them has 100% defense. So now, the only way to get rid of them is to deal fixed damage. Alright, there's no other way. There's no like cheap budget option right here, because for 4-star, our options are like what? We have like Eisen, which can go through 100% defense. We have like Dr. Logic, but it's not viable. You don't have enough someone with the cross tile to get rid of these first 4 units right here. So it's extremely hard, I know. And for 3-star option, you only have Beatrice, and you don't expect Beatrice to go through all of this, because look at all their HP. 41,000 HP. You can't use Beatrice right here. It's just impossible. So the only way is either you go for Livia or you go for Nartas. So I do not have any Nartas. I don't own a single Nartas. So Livia is my best bet. So I'm going to show you guys the strategy that I used. So 1, we're going to have Livia go first, and then 2, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Again, double buff Christina is a must, but this time you want to place Christina at the bottom lane. Now why bottom lane? It's a little bit complicated, but if you place Christina on the top lane, she will move to the middle lane later on. But the problem is Livia will get rid of these first 4, and then Christina is a skip. So Christina will skip the boss and hit number 8, this guy right here. So it's a bit tricky, so positioning is very important. So you want Christina to be bottom, so that after bottom is done, she will move to the top. So you want her to take care of bottom, top, and then middle last. So that's the entire strategy right here. Okay, so we can move something like this. Okay, so this is wait, this is not that good, because Benshina sometimes can have taunt. So we need to go front a bit. Yeah, I think this is better. Alright, so I think this is gonna work. So let's go. I'm gonna show you guys what this strat is all about. So the boss comes in, hits Cecilia. Cecilia's job is to absorb that hit, the first hit, because the boss has insane range. Christina going in. So double buff again should be enough to get rid of the back 2 lines. So now, enemy going in for us, no problem, right? At this point, let them attack all your Benshina and Cecilia. So we will take the hit, no problem. Okay, so round 2. So boss hits Cecilia, Livia goes in, take care of all the front cross tile. And then we have Christina again. So Christina will get rid of the enemy at the back. Easy. Okay, so from this point onwards, we're gonna slowly take care of the middle lane. So Livia will charge up. So it's gonna be really tight, because he will die to Benshina, because plenty of graves. Now, this strategy is very tight. As you guys can see, it literally took you to the last single turn. If you miss that turn, if your Benshina failed to KO that boss at the last turn, it's not going to work for you. Alright, so I know it's a bit tight, but if your Benshina is plus 14 at least, like mine is plus 14, and I think you don't really need plus 14. Whatever plus that she maximizes on her crit damage, her Titan Strike, that's the optimal one. You don't really need plus 14, 13, 12, I believe her skill just gives more healing. But at that point, all your objective, what you need to do is you want the crit damage on Benshina to be able to one-shot the boss, because there are plenty of graves on the enemy side. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense for you. Okay, so moving on to the next one, we have Underground Evil Castle 3rd floor. Now this gets interesting. Alright, it's much more complicated this time around. The boss is still the same, alright, same annoying boss as always. But notice how the positioning of this dude, the Evil Castle Inky Gatekeeper and the Evil Castle Silvery Gatekeeper, they are all within 3 tiles. So our objective is none other than to try to use a front hitter. Alright, so perhaps we can bring back Dr. Morgan. Yeah, Dr. Morgan might be a good candidate this time around. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so this is a bit tricky. So notice I decided to bring in Cerubia right there at number 2. Alright, Cerubia will make sure Christina hits the frontal. So I want to get rid of this bottom lane first. And then Rafitia and Cerubia buff Christina should be able to get rid of this bottom lane altogether. And then Dr. Morgan is going to go top. And then hopefully he will co-op with Christina. Hopefully that will help deal a ton of damage. So let's try out this strategy and see if it works. Alright, so basically boss hits me, Cecilia block, and then we're gonna go bottom. Here comes Christina, front Christina. Alright, bottom lane demolish. Wow, Dr. Morgan and Christina combo duo. Oh, they're still alive. What? Yo, what happened? Cecilia died. How did Cecilia die? Wait, Cecilia died. Cecilia got one-shotted by that one of the mobs. Okay, I need to watch that again. Not sure what happened right there. I don't think at this point, I don't think we'll be winning this. I mean, we can still win this for sure, but it's not a pass. You know, you have to fulfill all 4 conditions for the Underground Evil Castle. So it's still a win, but it's not a pass. They will display it as a defeat. Okay, so after looking at the clip again, I think I know what happened. So these guys, notice that they do get their defense reduced when they are hit, but that means their attack will also increase. So they get 40% permanent stats enhancement attack for every single hit. So Christina and Dr. Morgan give them like, I don't know, 200% or something because they did like 5 times attack. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So if you don't kill them, that means they will be able to deal a ton of damage back to you. So that's how my Cecilia died in 1 hit. So I think it's an easy fix. What if I move Benshina up, right? So I think that's gonna work because Benshina should be able to tank it. Benshina has almost 2 times or even like 2.5 times more HP than the Cecilia. So I think we should be good. Alright, again, bottom lane, done. So now, top lane. Can Benshina take the hit? Can Benshina take the hit? Oh, Benshina surviving? Benshina survive! Holy! Okay, I think we won. I could be wrong. I think we won. So boss goes in again. So Christina, take care of the top lane. Go Christina. Alright, easy. Dr. Morgan. Okay, so from this point onwards. Oh, Dr. Morgan died. Oh, I think from the DOT. The boss has this reflective DOT counter. But it doesn't matter. We won. GG. Alright, so pretty doable. You don't need Livia for this stage, fortunately. But for the previous stage, I can't figure it out how to do it without Livia. Maybe I'll try again if I have more time, you know. Hopefully we'll provide you guys a different strategy for that. Next up, we have Underground Evil Castle, 4th floor. Alright, so this is going to be a bit different. Notice the pattern right here. Again, this time we don't have those devil's pawn or whatever. So everything, every single unit right here is literally 100% defense and they deal a ton of damage, fixed damage and stuff. So let's see if I can do it without Livia. Alright, so this stage you really need Livia. So there's no way you can do it without Livia at all, because I feel like either you use Nartas or use Livia. Nartas is going to be way easier, of course, because of this particular reason. So notice these guys right here. They will be able to survive the Dr. Morgan's hit and Christina's hit. I guess maybe if my Dr. Morgan is stronger, but look, Benshina is going to die eventually. She can't take the damage. Look at that. It's just too much damage. Too much damage. I've tried Benshina, I tried Grand Hilder, none of them work. Alright, so we have to use Livia for this particular stage. Let me show you guys the strategy. Okay, so this is possibly the best strategy that I can think of. You don't need Nartas. So with Livia, what your objective is, you want to try to hit the other lane that Christina is not hitting. Because we are still using Cerubia. So Christina will take care of the other lane, Livia will take care of the other lane. So let me show you guys what I mean. Alright, so notice Livia charging up. And then we have Cerubia to Livia, to Christina. Alright, so that's easy. Okay, so from that point onwards, Livia will take care of top lane. So Christina will take care of bottom lane. So that's the goal, that's the objective right there. Oh, and Livia will take care of the boss as well. So and then Livia goes in, kaboom. So left with 2 units. So Christina will take care of this bottom lane, while the top lane, Benshina will take care of. Alright, almost there. But we are good to go because we still have plenty of turns. 4 turns. Boom. Okay, so hopefully you guys can follow this strategy. Same thing applies. And now, moving on to Underground Evil Castle, 5th floor. Now look at this. This is the hardest stage you've ever done so far. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 compared to this, those are a piece of cake. Alright, if you guys struggled there, you're gonna struggle even more right here. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. This stage makes you wanna quit the game. This stage makes you want to recruit Nartas because it's almost impossible to do it without Nartas. Alright, look at this formation. Look, every single unit out here has 100% defense. Alright, you don't have Nartas, it's almost impossible to do it. This boss is now upgraded. He's no longer hit front, he hits skip in a 3x3 tiles. Like, what is the developers thinking? Like, what are they thinking? Seriously. You look at this, you stare at this stage for 4 hours like I do, there's just no way. There's just no way. Alright, it's time to give up. It's time to give up. Alright, so let's just give up. We're gonna end the video here. I think that's it, guys. It's the end. It's the end. There's no way we are doing this without Nartas. There is no way. We have to go and recruit Nartas and come back to this stage once we have Nartas. At least that's what they want you to think. No, you don't need Nartas. You don't need freaking Nartas on this stage, and I'm gonna prove to you guys why you don't need Nartas. I know everybody will be like, this guy, Coco right here, he's like, oh, if anybody could kill this without Nartas, I would be surprised. Let's go, my friends. My fellow comrades, I'm gonna hold your hand. We're gonna do this together without Nartas. Let me teach you guys the method, the way. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, there's a Grand Hill there right there. No Nartas, but there's a Grand. Unfortunately, you have to use it because Cecilia is gonna die and get absolutely destroyed by all of these dudes right here. So your best bet is to use Grand. Alright, what makes this stage extremely hard is not only there's more units on the map right now on the enemy side, also the requirement for deployment is less right now. So before this, you can bring in 6 units. This particular freaking stage, you're only allowed to bring 5 freaking units. 5 units! Alright, so I have no freaking idea why they reduce it by 1. Not only if this stage is hard as it already is, but they are reducing it by 1 deployment. So if you bring in like 1 more unit, right, it will cancel out everything. So you have no choice. Okay, so this strategy is a working strategy, and I'm going to show you guys why. Have a look. Alright, so the entire objective right here in this strategy is to make sure that the focus is not on the boss itself. So why is this? This boss, like I mentioned earlier, is upgraded. He is freaking upgraded that whoever hits him will die. Alright, he has reflective counter, he has this particular skill. Alright, he reflects 150% fixed damage, mind you, fixed damage. I'm not talking about normal damage, fixed damage. Alright, whoever hits him will die. So if you use this formation, your Livia is gonna go, boom, you're gonna focus on the boss last. Alright, we will focus on every single unit out there except for the boss. So the objective is simple, focus on the boss last. Alright, so we're gonna do that, hit with Grand. So Benshina is skip, hit the back. So preferably, we let Livia take care of the rest. Okay, so we're gonna go skip, Christina is a skip, fortunately. Okay, so from this point onwards, Benshina, oh, she almost died right there. Notice that took half of her HP. Okay, now we are left with the boss. We have 3 turns left. 2, 1. Oh, Grand with the last hit right there. Alright, so your Grand should be able to take care of it. Hopefully you can. And it's a real struggle. Alright, it's a pain in the butt. It's one of the hardest stages I've ever done. It requires so much legendaries. Like, you only have 5 units, right? I wish you could bring 3 stars and 4 stars, but you can't. It's impossible. Alright, so all of the units have 100% defense. They have fixed damage counter. It's literally a Seto hybrid with an Angelica or some sort of freak coming out. Alright, so those boss are really tough. But that's how I've done it. Underground Evil Castle from 1st floor to 5th floor Alright, so I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know what you guys think of this strategy. Feel free to modify it according to what you think will fit your team better. And yes, let me know what strategy are you guys using as well. Are you guys using the Nartas strategy? If you guys do not have Nartas, what other variations of strategy are you guys trying out? As always, any questions, leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.